What if Earth's superpowers could be reallocated? The Justice League is on a mission to restore order, and the Atom, Palmer and Ryan Choi, are leading the charge. Their breakthrough, the Atom Project, is a system designed to back up and redistribute lost powers. But not everyone wants their abilities back, and Captain Atom will do anything to keep his gone for good. Will chaos reign, or can the League bring balance? As the Atom Project Issue 1 begins, we find Nathaniel Atom, formerly known as Captain Atom, on the run, having slipped onto a moving train. While unseen voices debate his predicament, we learn that the ex-Captain Atom hasn't had a meal in 3 days. To make matters worse, he's being pursued by a squad of armed military operatives who command him to freeze. But he makes a daring escape. He launches himself off the train and plummets into a lake below. There, he comes face to face with Ray Palmer, the original Atom. Flashing back to the events that forced Nathaniel into exile, we see Ray and his fellow Atom, Ryan Choi, attempting to assist a 10-year-old boy who has mysteriously fused with an unidentified electrical power source. His lack of control over his newfound metahuman abilities results in sheer devastation, nearly costing his parents their lives. Fortunately, the Atoms intervene, using a specialized device to temporarily suppress his powers. With his abilities neutralized for the moment, they guide him through the process of safely discharging the immense electrical energy stored within him. Once stabilized, they transport him to the watchtower in orbit, where he'll remain under observation until they can find a way to regulate his powers. While there, a conversation with Dr. Light reveals that over 24 individuals with alpha-level powers are currently being held in the watchtower. We also come to understand that while the Atom Project is designed to correct these unpredictable power anomalies, Ryan Choi still harbors serious doubts about its effectiveness. On the other hand, Captain Atom has willingly stepped forward as a test subject for the Atom's experiments, hoping that solving his own energy instability might lead to a universal cure for others. The team attempts to infuse his cells with energy, a process that proves to be agonizingly painful. While Ray insists on pressing forward despite the pain, Ryan strongly disagrees, believing they should take a different approach. Though the experiment fails to fully reactivate Nate's metagene, some level of energy retention is observed, offering a small glimmer of hope. Later, we find the Atoms and Nate reflecting on his progress, or lack thereof, as he laments that after enduring weeks of grueling experiments, he's still nowhere near regaining his powers. When the Atoms insist that Nate should do whatever it takes to set things right for him and the others, Nate responds by simply walking away. After he leaves, Ray and Ryan reflect on the urgency of fixing these unstable powers, fearing that if the wrong person gains new abilities, they could become the next Darkseid or Brainiac. Ryan once again voices his concern about pushing Nate too far, but Ray remains firm in his belief that solving Nate's problem is the key to helping everyone else. 3 weeks later, we find Ray and the military hunting Nate down after he decides he no longer wants to be part of their experiment. The unseen narrators debate whether they should intervene, but one of them responds with a simple no. Their identities remain a mystery, adding an extra layer of intrigue to the story. When Nate refuses Ray's offer to return, Ray gives the military permission to open fire. The narrators question the logic behind this, pointing out that attacking Nate will only enrage him, and sure enough, he retaliates by blasting several soldiers. Ray attacks Nate with a swift right hook, then a left, sending Nate flying backwards. As he tries to de-escalate the situation by suggesting they sit down and find a solution together, Nate fires back, arguing that the Justice League doesn't own anyone's powers and warning that if they come after him again, he'll destroy his abilities himself. The narrators speculate about how many powers Nate actually possesses now, with a hint that it may be more than what he originally had. They consider revealing themselves to Nate and the Atoms. But their final remarks suggest they won't have to reveal anything, because Nate will come to them first. All in all, the Atom Project Issue 1 makes a strong first impression, setting the stage for a compelling new storyline. It offers a fresh take on the superhero genre, tackling complex questions about power and responsibility in a post-crisis world. The issue raises thought-provoking themes surrounding control, morality, and what it truly means to wield power. Fans of spy thrillers, science fiction, and Justice League stories will likely find plenty to enjoy in this series. What are your thoughts on the Atom Project number 1? Do you think the Justice League has a hidden agenda? Drop your comments below